Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome again to the second edition of Creativity Kitchen with National Tea Day. We have such a treat for you guys today. First of all, you're probably wondering, it's the height of winter, what are we doing in summer wear? Well, we are at the lovely DJ No Sugar's beautiful apartment in San Antonio, Ibiza, and we are here to cook up a storm. Some of you might actually recognise DJ No Sugar from her set at Festival 2018, and for those of you who don't recognise her, you will see her at Festival 2019, details to follow. We don't go anywhere without our collection of teas, and we have some delicious recipes that we're going to be creating for you today. We're going to make a lovely Mediterranean vegetable tray bake. We're going to make beautiful quinoa and asparagus infused with a delicious Yogi tea, the Senses edition, and this has actually got essential oils, lemon, lavender, ginger, and a beautiful green tea base. We're also going to be cooking you a tomato, garlic, spicy sauce to really bring together the quinoa and the Mediterranean vegetables, and we know you are just going to love it.
So if you're feeling anything like we do, we're feeling sluggish and tired and fully carved and loaded up over Christmas, we want to cook you something that's fresh, that's wholesome, nutritious, gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, and just something that's really simple to cook, full of nutrients, really simple, and just good to go for those January wellness blues.
Guys, we've pre-chopped our lovely Mediterranean vegetables. We have mushrooms, we have green peppers, we have Padrone Peppers, my absolute favourite. We have Aubergines, Courgettes, red peppers and carrots. And what we're going to do now, just to give this a lovely roast, is we're going to add some herbs de Provence. If you don't have herbs de Provence, mixed herbs are equally as good. We're going to add some lovely Himalayan pink sea salt, my absolute favourite again. Really lovely way of putting natural minerals in your body. We're also going to add some cracked black pepper. And then a lovely glug of extra virgin olive oil. Now the best way to get everything incorporated, Jolene's going to show you that right now. It's very much a hands-on exercise, guys. Don't be shy. Get your hands in there. Get all of the oil over all of the vegetables. You want an even coating because that way the roasting will be even as well for you.
Yes.
Okay guys, so all that's left to do now is get these lovely, glorious vegetables into the piping hot oven. Now we've actually preset the oven and it's been heating for about 15 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius, and that will take around about 25 to 30 minutes. Do make sure though you do give the vegetables a toss around in between.
So at National Tea Day we love cooking with quinoa because not only is it a complete protein, it's full of all those amino acids, full of minerals and vitamins, really simple to cook as well. So generally as a rule of thumb we'll have sort of half a handful per person, so we're cooking for 5 today. So we're just going to sprinkle in the quinoa into the pan. Alright. Now, quinoa can be quite bland if it's not cooked with any infusions. So obviously we're going to be infusing it with the tea today. But as a rule of thumb, cook it like rice, so don't be scared of quinoa. So we're going to fill up the pan and generally just keep about ½ inch above the quinoa. Put it on a number 5, so we're going to try and bring it to the boil and then simmer it. Obviously we need to get lots of infusions in there, so black pepper is really good to bring out some flavours in there. And some Himalayan rock salt. Just a sprinkling. Our quinoa takes about 20 to 25 minutes to cook. So once we bring it to the boil, we're going to then infuse it with the tea.
And as we've discussed earlier, guys, this is the tea that we're going to be using. So it's the Yogi tea census tea, and it's it's a delightful blend. It's aromatic, it's citrusy. You get the heat of the ginger, and it really helps bring a new dimension of taste, flavour, and body to the quinoa. So what we're going to do, as Jolene said, is we're just going to wait for the water to boil, and we're going to add in a couple of these tea bags. And I'll actually show you the tea. Absolutely delicious. I do wish, guys, that you could smell the aromas that are coming out of this box, but you can, because you can buy this in Holland and Barrett and many other health and wellness stores, and actually they'll be in Waitrose from the new year too, so that's great. Okay guys, so now that the quinoa is boiling, we're going to add in the tea bags. As Jolene said, this is it's going to take about another 20 minutes just to cook down, and within that time you're going to get the beautiful flavour of the tea infused into the quinoa. It's going to be absolutely aromatic, absolutely delightful. So now what we're going to do is start the tomato sauce. So what we've done is chopped half an onion, around about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, and 1 large chilli. We've kept the seeds because we want to make it a little bit fiery. Quite simply, we're just going to stir this and actually let the onions, the garlic and the chilli soften. To this, what we're going to add is the coriander stalks. Now these have a real depth of flavour. We usually use the top of the coriander and the leaves for garnishing, and the stalks are best for sauces and broths because of the depth of flavour within that. Now to this, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of cumin, just a little sprinkle, because it's got chili in there, but the cumin just gives it another bit aromatic tone. Now I'm going to add a little bit of dry basil to this, basil and tomato, great combination. And it just adds a level of sweetness. Basil is definitely one of my favourite herbs. If you've got fresh basil, I'd use fresh basil, but we're in Spain and we could only find dry basil today, but it's just as good. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt to this. And some cracked black pepper. Again, black pepper and tomatoes, absolute match made in heaven. See, now you're getting a lovely light colouring on the onions and the chilli, and you can smell the flavour of the herbs that's now been immersed into the onion, the garlic and the chilli. Now what you don't want to do is actually over caramelise the vegetables here. So now this is actually ready for the passata. So we are going to just add some lovely passata into this. little stir. Smells absolutely incredible, guys. Please do try this at home and let us know how you get on. Now what we're going to do is just literally turn down the heat and just let this simmer. So we'll put it back down to around about 3 and we'll just let that simmer.
Now what you'll find is the quinoa is really fibrous, so it will absorb a lot of the water, so just keep your eye on it, add a little bit more.
It's really, really important that you actually take your vegetables out halfway through and just give them a toss around. And what we're also going to do now at this stage is add in our lovely cherry tomatoes. I'll get around you here, Jolene. I don't want you to burn yourself, do I? Because the tomatoes literally take 5 to 10 minutes, don't they, Jolene, to roast. So we can just add them in, put this back in the oven, and ready in 10 minutes.
So a good way to establish if the quinoa is cooked properly is it will actually start to fluff and pop. And after about 15-20 minutes, you'll notice that many of the seeds will have fluffed and popped, and none of the white residue of the quinoa will be there. And we're just going to squish the tea bags into the quinoa as well, just to get some of those lovely aromatic spices into there as well.
Squishing them, but yet making sure that they don't open up, because the last thing you want is open loose leaf within your quinoa. It's literally the aroma and the fragrance that we're looking for.
And that should be good now for another 10 minutes.
So now, guys, you'll see that the sauce is actually quite reminiscent of a creamy tomato soup without any cream, of course. Really delicious. This is now actually done. So what we can do is actually just take this off the heat now and just move this to the other side. And now what we're going to do is actually to add a bit of a crunch and a bit more texture to the quinoa. Jolene is just actually going to quickly pan fry some asparagus, and then what we're going to do is just add a handful of walnuts right at the end too. I think we need to turn this up, Jolene, a little bit. There we go. It was on a lower temperature for the simmering of the sauce.
So we don't want to cook these too much because we want to have a nice crunch to them.
So what we're going to do now is just crush a few walnuts into here as well. Again, another interesting crunchy texture. And very, very good for you as well. So walnuts are packed with omega-3 and good fats. There we go. Wow, that looks amazing, Jolene. And now, actually, guys, as you'll probably see, the quinoa is actually done as well. It's really fluffy. It's the seeds and pops, as Jolene explained. Now, just to get a little bit more flavour from the tea, we'll just draw out the final flavour and just give it a bit of a strain here. Now, this is be careful because it's actually piping hot, but I do have hands of steel, guys. Strain out all of the juice. Wow, you can really smell the ginger, the lemongrass, all of those delicious ingredients in the tea. And there we are.
So now we have the cooked asparagus and walnuts. Just carefully add it to the quinoa. And give that a good mix.
That just looks so incredible, Jolene.
I just can't wait to eat it.
Me too, and actually I'm really, really hungry. And we're actually going to have this outdoors in the Spanish sunshine.
We're going al fresco today.
Yes. Al fresco with all these fresh, lovely ingredients.
That's beautiful. So it wouldn't be right without having a lovely garnish of coriander. It's our favourite herb here. And we just sprinkle it over a nice helping there. You can add as much or as little as you like. We like to go a little bit over the top with coriander. It's so aromatic and beautiful taste.
And the final touch, guys, is a lovely squeeze of lemon, just to enhance the lemon flavour even more. There we go. Oh my God, Gabby, I'm so sorry we made a mess in your kitchen, but I promise we're going to clean it up.
Guys, I'm hungry.
The food is on its way, it's all ready. All we need to do is set the table now.
Well, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's eat.
Here is the final result. We've got our beautiful Mediterranean herby roasted vegetables, our lovely spicy tomato sauce, and our beautiful tea-infused quinoa, asparagus and walnuts. I hope you enjoy it, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.